All right, Shalom. I can first and foremost, I'd like to give all praise honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching His word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And today, I just want to title this lesson, The Device That Will Lead to a Device, which the MOTB, the Charagma, the only thing that makes sense for it to be is that C-hip, that grain of rice, that actual device, because we know the word device throughout the scriptures. It goes into a scheme or plan, a plot. But in this modern times, that device, matter of fact, I think I got it lined up. Yep. This is that word device. In just the Google definition, this is the first definition. It says a thing made or adapted for a particular purpose, especially a piece of mechanical or electronic equipment. See? So, and here go the second definition. It says a plan, method, or trick with a particular aim. You see one of the similar words is a cunning plan. And this devil have a cunning plan to actually bring forth this thing, man. But as you can see in this modern times, that word device, the definition of it is concerning an electronic equipment, which we know that's what that C-hip, But what else makes sense? This is where the momentum is heading towards. So this is Bitcoin. This is like abcnews.com, and it reads, Bitcoin, UK get closer to launching a digital currency. See? And it says Bitcoin is moving closer to reality. See, that's the thing. That's prophecy, man. That's what's setting in reality. Because as we see things through the testimony of Yahweh Shai, things are becoming clearer and clearer. And the momentum is heading towards this digital society, the digital currency, the Internet of Things. And the plan is already in motion. But what is going to lead to this digital thing? It says Bitcoin is moving closer to reality. UK authorities on Monday said British businesses and consumers are likely to need a digital version of the pound. See? This hard transition. I read an article concerning, these past 2 years, digital transactions have went up like 200%. This was all part of the plan. This is part of the Esau's devices. Was going to actually lead to a device. As you can see now, over there in the UK, people are now is going to be in the need of using a digital version of the pound. It says formally asking for public comment on the idea of introducing a central bank digital currency. See? And really, when they want to opinion on, they just want to see if you're going to agree. You're going to bow down to it. It says Britain, home to the world's second biggest financial center, is trailing former colonies such as Nigeria, the Bahamas, and Jamaica in rolling out a digital currency. See, so they already got the ball rolling concerning this. These CBDCs. You don't hear about a certain philosophy being pushed on the earth. Like this certain mindset, this certain outlook that everybody got to be on. No, we seeing that these nations, these different countries are coming together and they on one accord concerning this digital society. This is more than 80% of the world's central banks are considering launching digital currencies or have already done so, according to consultant PwC. So this is what the momentum is heading toward. And this device actually going to lead to a device. So matter of fact, let's start out with the book of 2 Corinthians 2:11. It reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. And this is what this man is trying to do. This is an act of desperation. See, we seeing desperation in his height, in his perfection. Not just from you seeing an NFL team throwing a Hail Mary at the end of the game, or somebody shooting a half-court shot. This is on a bigger scale concerning the empire. This man is writing different laws and legislating these different draconian laws, making these moves in effort to keep his head above water, to have an advantage over us. Talks about how he's trying to dig that pit. Moses, he's going to fall into it. But it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. See, and this is how you combat this devil, through the knowledge, man. That's why I said, so we are not ignorant of his devices, because ultimately that was, one of his strengths. Of course he stands on the sword, as well as deception. And these events that's taking place upon the planet Earth, you're hearing about different shortages, hearing about warehouses burning down. This man is setting up the solution to be that charagma, man. But we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of his schemes and plans and these different methods he present to people. But ultimately, those things are going to actually lead to a device, man. Matter of fact, I got a few on. Let's get this in the book of Job 5. And in verse 12, it reads, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So the Lord is upsetting this man's plans. It tells you that in the book of Psalm 17, how the Lord is going to disappoint him. Because everything is already in the making. You got laws set up. You had Biden to sign the CHIP Act. You got different, they got an assembly line now making them chips, man. But the Lord is disappointed. Why? Because he got his men, the prophets, bringing forth his word. Exposing the agenda of Esau. It says he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. Yeah, because ultimately he's going to be taking his own devices. It tells you that also in, I think that's Job, the 7th chapter, how I think it's like 18:7, how his counsel shall cast him down. Because the knowledge of wickedness is not even wisdom, man. It said they meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. So this man and his agenda, these meetings they have, and the moves he want to make, guess what, is on display. It tells you how the Lord is going to make Esau bare and uncover his secret places. So that means his agenda is now being exposed. The thoughts of his devil. It talks about how even Elisha knew was spoken in the king's bedchamber. But the Lord have given us that power as well. We know what Esau want to do. We know his intentions and how ultimately that device, the plots, plans, scheme, that agenda is actually going to lead to a device. So let's see what's that in. I think that's Psalms 21. Psalms 21:11, it says, "For they intended evil against thee." See? And the New World Order, this devil is one of the driving force behind Jacob's trouble. It talks about how he write grievous laws. Which one of those words for grievousness is troubles. So this man is intended evil. Why? Because ultimately it goes back to the blessing, man. This is how he thinks in his warped mind, how he's going to stay in power, how he's going to keep his head afloat. By subduing the people and tagging them. It says they imagine a mischievous device. See, so there goes the imaginations of Esau. Those plots and schemes, those plans. It says which they are not able to perform. See, so the Lord is going to allow this man to have his course till he is eating. Matter of fact, let's get that in the book of Job 20, because he's imagining his device. Which the New World Order, and the bridge is the sea hip, that charagma, which is the MOTB. He's not going to be able to, have that, that final stamp. He's not going to submit his power, man. The Lord is going to actually uproot him just when he think he about to kick his feet up. Let's get it real quick. The book of Job 20. I get to the point, verse 23. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, see, when all his thoughts, all his desires, because that's part of his desires, man, for actually these people to actually be tagged, man. When he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fear of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. See, so that's when that destruction comes. That's why it talks about when you read Revelation. It's like St. Matthew 24, and it talks about immediately after the tribulation, the sun is going to be darkened. So yeah, the Lord's going to have this man to bring forth that charagma. It's going to be a law, but only for a period of time. And it says immediately after that time of tribulation, the destruction is going to take place. So the Lord is going to disappoint this man. He's not going to feel his desire. He's not going to fulfill that agenda. That device, which is actually a plan, which is going to actually lead to an actual device. He's not going to be able to fulfill it, man. Meaning, the number one, the Lord has set it up for the elect is not going to take it. And that destruction is going to root this man up. So, matter of fact, let's end it off on this in the book of Psalms, chapter 140, and verse 8. It reads, "Grant now, O Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, the desires of the wicked." See? So that's going back to filling his belly, him completing this new world order, which the bridge to it is the sea hill, man. What else could it be? It's not Christianity. It's not believing in Jesus or opening, you celebrating Christmas. Now you No, this man's desire is to fulfill this new world order, and the path to that is through him tagging everyone. But the Lord is not going to grant that. It says, further not his wicked device. See? So it shows that he's going to, that device, that plan is only going to go so far. It's going to go to the point where he's actually implementing. He actually got it rolling. People actually getting it. They buying and selling with it. But it's ultimately a cutout point. It says, further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves a lot. So that show you that this man is what he's doing is an act of desperation and is an effort to keep his head above water. Because once you take that charisma, you fully submit yourself to the devil. You have given yourself to him. You know? But just going back to Psalm 17, the Lord is going to disappoint him. He ultimately, as you can see, the devices of this devil, the plans, the plots, the schemes, from the laws and legislations, all the way down to the commercials and trends, it's all leading up to an actual device, which is that C-hip. So yeah, I might just hold it edifying. I like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, the teachings word now, true faith and sincerity. DTA, abide, soon, very soon.